The most anticipated VR sports game of the year is finally here. Racket Club VR is a unique game featuring a sport made specifically for VR. It features skill training and challenges, duos and double matches, career progression, and multiplayer. So if you want to know why Racket Club VR is the must-have game of the season, then follow along as I break down all the features of this game, including the positives and the not so positive. Resolution Games are the creators behind amazing games such as Demeo and Blast On, so when they told me they had a new game, I knew it was gonna be good. I am super proud to have Resolution Games sponsor this video, but I promise to keep my review objective and fair. Let's start with some of the most common questions I have seen people ask about Racket Club VR since it was announced. No, it's not tennis, it's not pickleball, and it's not squash like I first thought. Racket Club is a brand new sport that was specifically designed to be played in VR, keeping in mind a small space requirement and being fun and easy to play from day one, while maintaining the social interactions that are common in real-life racket clubs. The arena might look small, but I promise you, it isn't. Racket Club VR requires a play space of 6.5 by 6.5 feet or 2 by 2 meters, and I personally think a little bit bigger is a benefit. I'll explain why later on. The game is designed to give you a fun and challenging experience without having access to a court-sized field, and although that might look snug in a video, it definitely doesn't feel that way when playing it in VR. The biggest concern most users have, including myself, when it comes to new sports games is about the mechanics and whether or not they're going to feel good and realistic. I am in no way a talented racket player, and my balls were going all over the place. Thank goodness for virtual non-breakable windows.
That was out the window!
But I was never surprised by the outcome of any shot. The short-handed racket makes it easy to get a hand of things and allows for great precision and smooth gameplay. Racket Club VR is released on Steam, Quest, and Pico on December 14th, and you can purchase it for $24.99 US. I will put all the store links in the description. Okay, so with all those questions out of the way, let's volley into the gameplay and find out what makes Racket Club VR stand out. Personally, I find that this game has everything. You can personalize your own avatar with unlockable clothing. You can level up your skills by running drills. You can satisfy the introvert in you by playing against bots or focusing on leveling up the career. Or you can challenge yourself in the most nerve-wracking, anxiety-inducing way possible and head straight into the club, which is what I did. After just a basic intro followed by getting my butt kicked by a bot in a tournament, I decided it was time to check out the club. The club is designed to simulate the real-life Racket Club experience with multiple courts, a pool, shops, and even an ice cream bar. This is a place where players can get together and hang out, watch others play, and challenge each other. There are a handful of clubs available, and each club has enough courts for 16 players to be playing at the same time. I know open multiplayer features can often feel lonely in VR. However, I've explored Racket Club VR over several days, and even though the game is in beta, I have encountered other players every single time. On my first visit to the club, I was greeted by a group of beta players.
Do you want to play?
They were super friendly, and after I explained that I had almost zero experience in the game, I was invited to a duels match to learn some of the basics. Because Racket Club VR is a unique game that is specifically made for VR and not an adaptation of a real-life sport, there's a few rules that you need to be aware of. When entering a court, you have the option to play in virtual or mixed reality. A serve always has to be done below the net height. When hitting the ball to your opponent's side, it has to bounce on the ground before hitting the back wall. The ball can only bounce once inside the gap. The ball can only bounce once on your side of the net before you have to return it. But you can also volley it back by not having it bounce at all. The racket can swing through the walls. This is why it can be helpful to set up your guardians and play space to give yourself a little bit of an extra buffer so that you don't accidentally hit a wall or two. The longer the ball is in play, the more points you can get. This is called a rally. You can see when the point value of the ball increased by looking at the scoreboard. There's an auditory notice or sound, and it's when the ball turns glowing red for a short period of time. The ball can also turn different colors depending on the spin a player adds to it. This is still far out of my skill level, but it's still good to know why you're being attacked by a golden globe. You can also serve the ball by grabbing it and bouncing it, which makes it easier to do a fancy serve with a spin, but I personally find it much easier and more reliable just to serve from the starting position. If you're feeling extra spicy, you can also play doubles. Teams of 2 play against each other on a court double the size and with the same rules. You can play the ball to any half of the opponent's court except from during the serve, and if you're in a large enough area, you can freely move into your teammates' play space. The club has a built-in leaderboard and rank system. You will receive points from winning a match based on you and your opponent's skill level, which means that you can also lose points if you lose a match. If you're feeling less adventurous, you can send a friend's invite directly from the menu. Jasmine just sent me an invite. Oh, we're gonna do this. Just like VR with Jasmine sent to me. This will take you to a private court in a random location where you can hang out and play as many matches as you want without any onlookers. These private courts are also available via matchmaking. If you enjoy games like Walkabout Minigolf and Echo VR, then Racket Club VR is perfect for you. I have really enjoyed the social aspect of this game, and I find it super fun, and it's actually easier to play with real players, even if, they've been going easy on me. After getting my butt kicked by bots, random new friends, and a good old friend, I decided that it was time to actually learn some skills in this game. The training court offers not only bot play, but also drill practice, something that turned out to be a lot more significant than I initially thought. The drills are themed and progress in difficulty. You have to pass each drill to unlock the next one. For each drill you pass, you get 15 experience points, which help you level up and progress your career. Every time you level up, you get access to new cosmetic items and also new rackets. Each racket has a unique set of features, which can make it easier to pull off things like technical spin shots. The drill exercises are not just really good for getting better at the game and also a really great warm-up, but it's really good point value. To put it into perspective, each game you win against another player gives you 5 points. And a match is best of 3 sets, which each set going to 11 points. So passing the drills is a much quicker way to level up. Okay, so what about the bad stuff? Honestly, I haven't really found any. The only issue I can think of is that sometimes I get an erroneous double hit foul, meaning I hit the ball twice before passing it. However, this seems to be more of a tracking issue than a game bug. I also find that the bot opponents are really hard to beat, and I am still trying to win my first game. But since I'm having so much fun, even if I'm not winning, that means that the game will continue to challenge me for a long time and that there's a high skill ceiling. Looking at the World Tour and tournaments, the second tour doesn't unlock until you're level 15, so clearly they are meant for more advanced players. I am incredibly impressed with how smooth everything runs in this game and how easy it is to get into, from the game mechanics to connecting with friends. Even in beta, there is already an active community, and I can't wait to see how this develops when the game is officially released. Racket Club VR is without a doubt one of the biggest game releases this holiday season, and this one right here is another one.